What's the biggest lie you've ever told successfully? I convinced an entire pharmaceutical company that I had chronic migraines just to get paid $2,000 for a clinical trial. It ended up changing my life in ways I never imagined. I was 24, broke as hell, and had just dropped out of med school in my final year. My parents cut me off after I failed organic chemistry for the third time. Student loans were eating me alive. I was living off ramen and whatever free food I could find on campus. That's when I saw this flyer at the Student Health Center. Big, bold letters saying, "Get paid for clinical trials. Healthy volunteers needed." They were testing some new migraine medication and needed guys between 18 and 30. The pay was $2,000 for 6 weeks of testing. Problem was, I've never had a migraine in my entire life. Not once. But $2,000? That was 3 months of rent. So I did what any desperate college dropout would do. I Googled everything about migraines. Studied symptoms like I was cramming for finals. Light sensitivity, nausea, aura patterns, trigger foods. I even bought these blue light glasses from CVS to sell the whole thing. At the screening appointment, I put on this whole performance. Squinted at the fluorescent lights, rubbed my temples, told them I got them about twice a week since high school. The nurse was so sympathetic. She actually dimmed the lights for me during the interview. First week was easy, just taking pills and getting blood drawn. They had me fill out daily symptom reports. I made up realistic pain levels, nothing too dramatic. 7 out of 10 on bad days, 4 on good ones. Week 2 is when things got weird. Another test subject named Leo collapsed during an exercise test. I overheard the doctors whispering about cardiac reactions and side effects, but I needed that money, so I kept going. Then they called me in for extra MRIs. Said they noticed unusual brain activity in my scans. Suddenly, I wasn't just another test subject. I was their golden case. The miracle patient who was responding better than anyone else in the trial. The lead doctor, Dr. Martinez, was practically glowing when he talked to me. He said I could help millions of people, that my response to the drug was revolutionary. They wanted to fly me to conferences, have me speak at pharmaceutical boards. I panicked. This lie had snowballed way beyond what I planned. I tried to back out quietly, said I was feeling side effects, but they insisted on more tests, more interviews. They were convinced I was the key to getting FDA approval, so I doubled down on the lie. Made up this heartbreaking story about childhood migraines that kept me out of school. How my mom would find me crying in dark closets because the pain was so bad. The pharmaceutical executives ate it up. They flew me to Boston for a big presentation, then New York. I stood in front of boards of investors, telling my fake story about how this miracle drug gave me my life back. The checks kept coming. $5,000 for the Boston trip, $8,000 for the New York presentation. For a year, I was their poster boy. The success story behind their revolutionary migraine treatment. I bought a car, moved into a decent apartment, paid off most of my student loans, all because of a lie I told for $2,000. The FDA approval process took forever. During the final review, they did deep background checks on all the key test subjects, dug through medical records, school attendance, everything. When they couldn't find any documented history of my migraines, I told them I was too embarrassed to report them as a kid, that my family thought they were just headaches. I even fake cried during the interview, said it was shame that kept me quiet all those years. They bought it. The drug got approved 6 months later.